The First Amendment of the U.S. Constitution protects more than just our freedom of speech. It guarantees the freedom of religion, press, to call on our government when its actions are harmful or unjust, and to peacefully assemble. Across the U.S., people are doing just that. In Los Angeles, protests have carried on for nearly 2 weeks, opposing tactics used by the Immigration and Customs Enforcement Agency, or ICE, to arrest and deport undocumented immigrants. Protesters say the raids at workplaces, schools, and even outside people's homes are traumatizing. At the same time, protests have erupted nationwide over President Donald Trump's military parade taking place this past weekend, coincidentally on the president's birthday. While posed as a tribute to our service members, critics question the millions spent on it at a time when serious cuts are being made to programs like SNAP, Medicaid, and public education. In Denver, Colorado, artist, educator, and former Dededo resident Meta Sarmiento joined his local protest.
And it was an amalgamation of just a bunch of different organizations coming together for what was termed No King's Day, and also a walk against what's happening in Palestine and the deportations that are happening here all throughout the country.
And the phrase "no kings" reflects growing concern over how power is concentrated in government and influenced by outside interests.
We know that elected officials are often influenced by corporate interests, right? That's what we mean by no kings, that there is something going on in the government and it feels a lot like an oligarchy, right? It feels a lot like royalty. It feels a lot like the working class people are not getting the help and resources that they need, and the rich continue to get richer.
Sarmiento says the people of Guam aren't as removed from these issues as they may feel.
I would ask folks, how is our money being spent? Where are our resources going? And more importantly, who gets to decide about these things? And that is the real connection between what's going on in the US stateside and what's happening on island. The fact that we can't vote for president and we have a non-voting delegate in the Congress, shouldn't we be more vocal, right? Like, do we not see that as something that is so wildly unfair? And if so, why are we just going to sit around and accept it? Right? We should be extremely vocal about it. And that too is another intersection.
And his message to those afraid to speak out?
And I think sometimes people are too afraid to speak up, especially on the island, because they're too afraid of what their neighbors are going to think or what their family's going to think. But in reality, there are families right now who are going through so much. And, us speaking out and us bringing awareness and educating folks could help them.
Nevaeh Anderson, KUAM News.